Hi, I'm Roger Sadowsky, and I just wanted to explain very basically how the controls on a Sadowsky bass works. And this will apply to anything from a MetroLine, above that, MasterBuilt Custom Shop. These are the same controls that I've used for many, many years on my New York instruments. So obviously the first control is a master volume. Simple as can be, counterclockwise turns off, fully clockwise is full volume. The next pot is my blend pot, and this controls the blend between the two pickups. There's a little click, center detent we call it, in the very middle of the pot. That is both pickups on full. Now, I do clockwise bridge. I'm thinking of my fingers. So when I turn in this direction, my fingers are going towards the bridge. Counterclockwise, my fingers are turning towards the neck, and that's the neck position. Now, Fender early on, for whatever reason, I don't know, did the opposite direction. And some people who are used to the Fender direction thinks the Sadowsky direction is backwards. And if that's the case, it's just a very simple process to go inside the control cavity. Of course, you need a soldering iron, and just reverse the two pickup leads that go to the blend pot, and that'll reverse the direction. But again, think about where your fingers are going. Clockwise goes to the bridge, and then counterclockwise goes to the neck. And again, the center click in the middle is both pickups on together. Now, if you have a bass with true single coil pickups, they will hum cancel in that center detent position, but when you go off that center detent, you will get some single coil hum. And that's totally normal with single coil pickups. This pot here, I call the VTC, which stands for Vintage Tone Control. And basically, this is just a very old school tone control that is in almost every passive instrument. And here, 10, or fully clockwise, is flat. And as you're rolling back, you're rolling off high end. And it's a wide band of highs that you're rolling off. And what it's doing is it's making the guitar warmer sounding. Almost to the point, if you go all the way off, it almost sounds like you might have flat wound strings on the guitar. So 10 is flat. Now this is my preamp control. I'm using the exact same circuit now that I did 40 years ago. And it is a transistor-based circuit, and it's just a treble boost on top and a bass boost on the bottom. And there's no mid control on a normal Sadowsky preamp. So keep in mind that this is opposite the tone in that 0 is flat. So when you're in the 0 position, there's no boost going on, and then you can boost treble, and then you can boost bass. And don't automatically go to 10, because that's too much boost, okay? So you want to start at 0 and then play around with it at about 25%, maybe 50%, but don't automatically go to 10 on the boost controls. Now, active basses means it has a battery. Batteries can fail and active circuits can fail. I would never put a player in the position of having an instrument not perform for them in the middle of a gig, either for a battery reason or a circuit reason. So this third pot here, the VTC, is a push-pull pot. And when you pull up on it, it completely bypasses the preamp. So these controls do absolutely nothing. So your battery could die, your preamp circuit could die, and you always have a fail-safe here by going into passive mode. Some players still prefer the sound of passive. I think if you go have this on flat, have the preamp controls flat, and switch back and forth, you will hear very little difference. And the advantage of it being in active mode is the output would drive any of your pedals or anything outside the instrument better than a passive output does. So that pretty much wraps it up. It's volume, pickup blend, passive tone control with the bypass switch, and the top knob is treble boost, and the bottom knob is bass boost. One thing I want you to know is the Sadowsky sound is loved by front of house sound guys and recording engineers. They tell me all the time that we never have to touch a slider or a knob on the board with a Sadowsky bass. It just sits in the mix perfectly. So Have fun with your Sadowsky bass. Feel free to experiment with every knob and see what it does. Enjoy the Sadowsky sound, the Sadowsky bass. Roger Sadowsky, signing off.